So here we go. Now, what I am seeing at the heart of your reading, being the Sun card, is that you are seeking happiness for this month. When we're talking about happiness, we're talking about happiness in all areas of your life. So this is something that is weighing very heavily on your mind and in your heart. You're really wanting to get to the point where happiness is the theme of your life, okay? But I also see that with the King of Cups here, I do see that you are a warm-hearted individual deep down. And I know that Taurus does get the rep for being stubborn, and rightfully so. You know, you guys are really fixed in your beliefs. You're fixed in the way that things should be in your life. And sometimes that does create a bit of conflict. So I do see that there is some conflict, mental conflict, which is internal. And there are some external factors that I do see here in your reading that are causing a little bit of conflict in your life. And I believe this is why you are seeking and desiring happiness at this point in your life, because there is some conflicting components here that could be stifling this growth of moving forward in terms of happiness. Now, one of the things that I am seeing here, there is some relationship issues. There is a connection that you hold with someone, and there is some conflict here that does need to be handled here, does need to be settled. There are some situations here that are causing a downward spiral. I feel like these are situations that have been going on for quite some time. Now, either your partner or you is considering leaving the situation because this conflict concerning this connection is now something that has been a bit of confusion. There is some hecticness here. There is some chaos. The other thing that I'm seeing here is that you are focused on your coin right now. Okay, so not only are you focused on the conflict that you're having all around you, there is some confliction when it comes to your money. For some of you, you are seeking entrepreneurship. Some of you are just looking for more money. You know, Taurus is an individual that likes to have nice things, likes to be able to provide, likes to be able to wine and dine. You do like to have the things that your heart desires. And at this point in time, again, right next to the Sun card, also right alongside of the relationship, there's also some happiness that you're seeking when it comes to income here, more money. Now, I do see that there is going to be some news that comes about with the Page of Pentacles being here in terms of money. I'm seeing that this is going to be something that happens more so around the fall time. So whatever it is that you're working on now is going to manifest, and there is going to be some news that comes. So just be patient with that, because right now you might be mentally putting some ideas together, or could be physically putting some things into play. But this is not going to manifest until we're looking at the fall time. So I'm hearing August for some, could be September, definitely in the month of October for the most of you. And I do see that there is a lot of ambition that you have behind this. So you are working really, really hard to get those things together in terms of finances. For some of you, the reason why this relationship is experiencing some conflict is because you are focused more on the money, are focused on being more stable in that sense, and the relationship is lacking stability here. And that is a great cause for this conflict. I do see here that there is a new beginning for yourself. There is something that you are looking forward to, something new, something fresh. You're wanting to start something new as a whole. With the Ace of Swords, this is being very adamant about bringing something new coming in. I do feel like this is where you are mentally right now. But again, the conflict between you and others is there. And I think that's because you're wanting to start something new. There are some old conflicts here that do need to be resolved. And because you are possibly putting so much into work, into this entrepreneurship, or for some of you, I see travel, there is causing some conflict. Someone feels left out from the situation. The connection isn't there because I'm also seeing there is, like I said before, there is some mental confliction here because you're not where you want to be financially, and because you are somewhat possessive. I'm not meaning that in a negative sense, but you are a little bit possessive naturally when it comes to things playing out the way that you would like them to play out. And someone here doesn't feel like they have the freedom to express this to you without this conflict between the two of you. It's almost like my way or the highway type of mentality that you may have been projecting towards this relationship because you're so fixed on the outcome being the way that you want it to be. I feel like someone feels like their opinions, their feelings are being left out in this equation. And they might be considering a new start. They might be feeling like they need to walk away from this situation because they don't feel like they have a space here. Now, I'm also picking up that you are experiencing times where you feel connected to people, love interest, and then there's a point where you feel like you are traveling this journey alone, and not realizing that that's causing a detachment from the connection with this other individual. They too are feeling the same. They're feeling your hot and coldness, but you are focused on getting things stable, getting things in order, and this is causing a divide between the two of you. Now, with the Page of Cups here, I do see that there is going to be something new that comes about in terms of relationship. I feel like for some of you, there is going to be a walking away from your current situation, and there is going to be love news that comes your way. Maybe you'll offer some love to someone new, or someone will offer something new to you in terms of love, is what I'm seeing. So new love possibilities, and definitely new income heights and spikes coming your way in terms of money coming in. And what I see is the overall here, the overall outcome is the Tower, definitely. I feel like there is going to be a Tower movement that happens, not so much a moment, but a movement. I feel like the Tower has been in motion. If you take a look at this photo here, there's all these things swirling around you. Like I said, the downward spiral here. So I feel like the Tower has been present here, but ultimately there has been a chipping away at this foundation, this shaky foundation that has been built. And with the Tower, we're talking about a foundation coming down in order for it to be rebuilt. And there's going to be new awakeness internally, and there is going to be new things to come to build onto, okay? And with the Three of Wands, this is action. There's going to be a lot of action that happens due to this Tower moment happening here in the near future. Near future could be, you know, a couple days, a couple weeks, even a couple months. But I do feel like for some of you, in terms of love, there is conflict that is happening right now or soon to happen in this month, possibly already have transpired last month. But in terms of finances, you'll see a big turnaround in the fall time. So let's just see what we're getting, what our angel messages are for you specifically to guide you through this time. All right, so the first thing I see here is with the Archangel Raphael being present, you need to really breathe and take several deep breaths to inhale slowly to awaken your energy to release old patterns. I see that there is an old pattern here that does exist with you and this individual, with you also trying to find a way and find ways, because for some of you there's several different things that you're working on to bring income in, and so you really need to take the time to awaken your positive energy and to balance them out, not just on one thing and leaving another thing out. You need to really take some time to stop and get things in order, because chaos is here somewhere, and you really need to take some time to breathe and get things in order. Now, the other thing is that there are some pieces of information and symbols that you will start to see around you that will help you in a spiritual way. Because in order to break certain patterns, you need to go within. You need to be spiritually connected with yourself and with the universe in order to manifest things positively in love, in your finances, in your household. So you need to get reconnected spiritually here, however that resonates for you. I'm spiritual versus religious, so I'm not saying that you need to go to church, and I'm not saying that you don't need to go to church. What I'm saying here is that you need to get spiritually grounded within yourself in order to break this old pattern. Because Taurus, the thing of it is like I said, you're very fixed. You make up your mind and you do the things that you want to do by your own accord. And sometimes you get disappointed, frustrated, and overwhelmed when things tend to unfold in a way that you're not wanting them to. You're wanting them when you want them, how you want them, and when they start to unfold in other ways, even though the result might be the same, that you are going to receive those desires of your heart, you kind of get disappointed and try to gain control over, no, I want it to happen this way, not that way. So this is what I'm seeing. You need to get spiritually grounded and go on a journey of self to know that sometimes you can't control the way the universe will have things unfold for you. Now, you did get the nurture card here, so I am seeing that at this point in time, you do need to reground yourself and really nurture a child or children at this point in your life. If you have family, a family, I should say, with this individual that pertains to children, the children need nurturing right now. Maybe you're traveling, maybe, you are so fixed on the things that you want to do when it comes to finances that maybe you haven't been investing a lot of time with the children, and that happens naturally. It's not that you're a bad person or a bad parent, but sometimes we get so fixed on what we need to do as adults to make sure that we're providing that we forget to nurture. So the other thing is that there is an inner child within you that does need to be nurtured. There's something deep within inside of yourself that has to do with childhood past hurts or fixed ideas that you've had from family members that are causing this old pattern to cycle through. And this is why you need to nurture your childhood experiences through some spiritual understanding and taking the time to break these old patterns so that you can push forward and rebuild through this tower moment, rebuild your own foundation, because some of you are operating off of the foundation that was built from your parents or your parents' parents, okay? You are prompted to spread your wings and not to hold back right now. Timing is perfect and you are ready to soar. Yes, you definitely are ready to accomplish some things here, okay? You're definitely ready to do that, Taurus, but you can't do that if you're in the same old patterns, if you haven't spiritually connected with yourself and connected to others like your children and possibly the love interest around you. You definitely need to, when I think about spreading your wings in this reading, I feel like you need to let go of some old belief systems, okay? You need to really let things flow the way that they need to, and you are not going to be able to move forward until you let go of these old patterns, these old hurts, these old ideas that things need to manifest the way that they need to manifest in your own mindset, okay? Once you do release that, there will be some things that are going to be able to open up for you. Things can't open up for you if you are shutting them out with your own mindset, okay? So don't hold yourself back. Free yourself. Die to thyself, to your old ideas, your old way of thinking, and be open to experiencing new ways of things manifesting is what the message is here for you. Lastly, the card that I have here is patience. It says your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. So we have nurturing coming again. And like I just said, you're going to have a lot of patience. You're going to need some time to really ground yourself, center yourself. What is it that I want? Why am I doing these things? My actions need to lead to something. And sometimes you are doing so many things that you can't see if these things are going to add up to something that benefits just you or you for your future moving ahead, the people that are around you, your children, your love interests. So really be patient. Don't try to do everything so hastily in your time frame. Like I said, I'm seeing fall time being the time where money does manifest for you. So you might already be feeling overwhelmed, feeling like you don't have enough right now, feeling like you should be at a higher status at this point and become frustrated. But just know that things are working on your behalf behind the scenes. You have some work to do. The universe is doing some work. When those two things collaborate together, things start to open up. You are not going to be able to control this time, Taurus. You have to allow the universe to reward you for some of the things, but it has to be an inner healing that happens within you first to allow those rewards to come in. It's not just about you putting the work in. Part of the work is allowing yourself to let go of trying to control the outcome. All right, so just be patient. There are things that are happening for you. Still do what you're doing, but really get that healthy balance in. Take a moment to breathe. Be patient. Nurture your children. Nurture yourself. And allow yourself to go with the flow is the definite message here. I'm going to do one more thing. I am going to read a postcard from the Spirit. These are your personal guides, and see what they want you to also know. In addition, these are people that, love you, are there to protect you, your personal angels, spirit guides, that sort of thing. Let's see what we got here. Okay. It says to help you manifest a life for the highest good, we invite you to examine your deepest desires. Imagine all of your desires, no matter what kind, like magic, seed pods in a basket, glowing with infinite potential. Look closely at each one. Are you afraid that some may bring you too much attention and invite negative reaction from others? Is change too daunting? Are you afraid to stretch and grow? Let yourself be led forward. Let the seeds of positive intention take to the wind. Your desires count and you are worthy of them. They are essential for co-creating your world. Did you ever consider that when a desire comes from deep within you, it might be spirit moving you to create something beautiful to share with others? Some desires are infused with miracle-like powers to move the heart and influence the world in ways you cannot possibly know. Absolutely what I just said. So allow yourself to hold on to those desires, but allow yourself to receive the miracles by letting go of the outcome, Taurus. So this is what I have for you. If this did resonate for you, please like, share, comment, and subscribe.